All right, in this one, we spend 30 minutes getting far. You'll learn a little bit more about Superbase, how I'm using it. You'll see the back end of Superbase and how nice of a UI it is for normal people to get a sense of their data and do things. We'll build a few little things in the app. We get far, and it's the detail work. It's not as exciting. And that's about it. I talk about some of the things going on with the training. And basically, maybe next week we deploy this. I've been doing a lot of background work on how to deploy it, learning how Superbase wants me to deploy it. So we're getting close there. All right, enjoy. If you make it to the end, great. You'll see some nice little swag and other links that are interesting. All right, enjoy. All right, so we're back, and I want to do the next step with UsWork. I do a lot of side work. I help people go from idea to reality. Now that we have people with ideas who can build their own stuff, it's awesome, and we can help push it over the line here at DailyAi. But as I come back to this, I'm like, oh, Superbase is just so amazing, and it's driving a lot more of the back end for me. And so I'm just emphasizing this pattern as we build. The UI, Lovable does a good job of the UI in knowing how to use Superbase, and they have nice build patterns. But I'm seeing to a point where those aren't that impossible to build up as a good prompt and get your cursor or windsurf just to crank away as well. I'll share a couple of YouTube videos which are inspiring me below. You can also go here to look for YouTube videos that inspire me. I start putting them here as I like them. A nice automation I have that does that. But my point is, this is really exciting stuff with Superbase, and as we build this, I think you'll see that and hopefully start using it like I'm trying to. Now, with that said, let's go down the list of details, and anything going live, we have details. We have to still deploy this thing, and I've got a lot of strategies going on there that I'm working on or proving out to myself. They're known strategies, I just got to learn them. Profile has email in table, not in UI. It is event driven. So I was going to add an email to the profile because it was annoying that I had to query it a certain way. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Hide taken jobs and browse jobs. Let's go do that. Now, you think this would be easy. Yeah, a lot of little detail work. All right, let's see if that worked. So if I go, let's see, what is that? Test webhook. So I open up this so I don't get as many reloads. And I could go post job, browse jobs. Let me reload though. Test webhook password update. Good, it went away. Now I want to try something here. I'm going to do test job goes. And what we're going to do, I just want to see if both the users experience it properly as well. So I'm going to change this to taken. And then I'm going to go to the other browser, Firefox. Now this is the person who would normally win the quote. That's not good. Jeez. Let's see something here. Test job goes away. Oh, did I make it taken? Sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Jeez. 002. Okay, save as draft. Change status available. Okay. And then we're going to go here and we're going to go browse jobs. Now this is the person that's going to win the job. So I think I even called them test accepted, but I don't see it here. Oh, there it is. It's really ugly, but we'll fix that. Jeez. Profile page. Okay. So we're going to go look now at browse jobs, and test job goes away when taken. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to request to get the job offer, right? And everybody should get notified. We've already gone through that. And I'm going to go to browse jobs. So I see my proposal, and then I'm going to go in as the other person. So this is the private browser. This is me as test other. Let's go back to here, and then I'll do that. So now this person is in the reload doesn't work, so we'll go there. Okay, now this person doesn't see the other person's proposals, which is good. And we want to now go here, and I should be getting notified. I'm not going to be doing QA all the time. We'll come back around after because I did it once. And I'm going to go to post job, my job, just to reload the page. Nice, 2 proposals. So we go look at the proposals, and we see the 2. Now, anonymous user, anonymous, that's not what I wanted. That is interesting. Let's come back to that because I can't remember. Let's not get distracted. I don't remember. I don't know what a good strategy is there. So let's come back to that one after. Okay. So now I'm going to accept one of these, and I should have done them differently. Submit a list. This is the first guy who usually gets accepted. Now we do okay. So now it's taken. Now it looks whatever, good or bad, very clear. Test others should not. This should go away. So if I go to browse jobs, it's gone. And if I went back there for some reason to look, maybe I bookmarked it or my API is checking it. Well, it's a little harsh that it's just gone, but oh yeah, it's interesting. My jobs show everything. Jeez, the details, and that would be so easy to fix in code, I'm sure. My jobs, and who knows, it might work perfectly in the API. So if we go here, we can see my proposal was not accepted. So that's confusing. Oh my lord. Let's move that to the top because that's important. Okay. So, in my bad for doing this, because now I don't even know if it's the one that was rejected. And let's go try it again in a moment. So, now we're going to go back here to accepted. And where are their proposals? There's no way I haven't asked it to do that. So, it's not the AI fault. So, here it is accepted. So, this is great. Now, in everybody's getting notified, webhooks are going. We already went over that. Let's do something here. I am curious now if it did it right or not. So I'm going to post a new job, and we're going to say this and this. We'll call it part 3, okay? And we're going to go back to, oh sorry, I left it as draft. Change status is available. Okay, so we're going to go back to here, and we're going to say, okay, this guy is the one who always gets the jobs. And we're going to say, okay. And then the other person is the one who never gets the jobs. And we're going to go here. And now when we go back to here and here, we can see these things. And I got to reload, but in that doesn't work. But that's okay. So now we're going to say to proposal. I'm going to accept this guy, as always. And whatever, this should go away, whatever. And maybe they change their minds. They have a phone call with the guy. Let's leave it like that for a moment. So now this person is the other. And if they were to come back to this page, so let's go like this and this. Test other. See, it's confusing, but at least we know it pulled up the right one. So your proposal accepted. So let's go fix that. I'm going to go tell it to fix that while I do QA. The other thing we see is the user who was accepted would go here and they see nice. Okay. And Lovable has this really awesome UI element where I can click edit and click on attributes, but those are dynamic attributes, so it could have a bit of a problem with that. Okay, I'm going to let it do this, and it had an error. I'm going to let it do this first. So don't be that manager who doesn't let your developers refactor. Let it refactor. And let's see if that helps with that build error. If not, we'll learn. All right, let's see if that worked. So we're going to go to the original request. And then we're going to go to Firefox. And so this guy should not see this. He's the other, or that guy's the other. So if we go, we'll just reload and see what happens. Sometimes it does that. Post jobs, my jobs. Great, perfect. Now if I go here and I go past jobs, my jobs, this, accepted, perfect. Did a great job, perfect. So let's commit that. Not that it matters. I'll leave that alone. All right, so I'm trying to add to the nav my proposals, and we got a build error, but it's there, but let's see what happens. Yeah, it's funny. Let's see, I'm just curious. User ID does not exist in auth state. Yeah, that's fine. I think those things, let's see what happens. I think those things are fine to have it happen. It deals a lot with TypeScript, which is great. It keeps things a little bit more. The bugs are found at the beginning during the build process. So it's good. It took me a while to appreciate it. All right, let's see how that went. So I'm going to go, this person doesn't have any real proposals. So we're going to go here and reload, and my proposals. Okay. My proposals. Okay, hey, that worked. That's great. That's great. Okay, okay. Perfect, perfect. But why did it not work for this other guy? So this is a test accepted in my proposal. Perfect. It must have just been a weird build moment. Okay, great. Perfect. Got it. Awesome. All right, so perfect. Now, let's just do one thing here. It's getting crazy, but I don't want to get too distracted. All right, it took that comment a little different than I thought. So let's go back to here. Perfect, okay. Now, if you come to the UI, we want a way to search. We don't have a way to filter, but we can do search at first. We can come back later and really break things down using AI, and we'll see how to do that so that people can be like, yeah, this will fit my Superbase skills or my AI skills or my Next.js skills or mobile. We'll do this without asking the poster to worry too much about it, but I don't want to get into that just yet. It would be interesting, like a good search that you use the API to throw at your local AI can do a lot more potentially to see if a job is a good fit for you. All right, so that was done. So let's get rid of this screenshot. Let's get rid of that. Okay, we'll get rid of this. Got it, that was perfect. Let's get rid of all that. Don't know why that's there. Okay, and we put my proposals. So let's see what happens here. All right, let's do this thing there. Other than QA, the heck out of this, we're getting close. High taken jobs and browse jobs. That's done. Search jobs, deployment patterns. I need to make sure this is really working. So we have a lot of QA, and I could be deploying now. You don't have to wait to the end. You could deploy all the time. So I'm gonna consider that, but I'm really liking this process of building it before I focus on the ops side, which is boring to me. This one I don't know. I forget what I was thinking there. Yeah, docs, token. That guy I mentioned up there. That's what it's working on there. Now, one thing was when someone, so this is the person posting the jobs, when they see it accepted, they have no way to contact this person. Jeez. So we got to fix that. The details. I don't know if my terminology is going to confuse it, but we'll see. Sure. So I know what it's trying to do because I've done this a few times. And this is really interesting if you're into this stuff, but just lovable. Superbase did an amazing job where they're making schemas around the particular features. And then with this schema, it drives the particular table for buckets in objects. And with this pattern here, then it could add events in bucket names. So what you get here is they're really getting the best out of Postgres by building this particular feature set around Postgres's abilities, which is events in this case, and security. So they took all of this event stuff and they took all the security stuff and they've built around it. Just so good. That's basically what we're accepting there. We're saying in my storage schema, go let me do that. Now, in N8N, I can then have a webhook from this hit my N8N, and we'll talk about that later because it's just a wonderful pattern. Okay, so we have my account, my jobs, that's great. Post a job, browse jobs. Okay, great. And then we have this, which probably might work, who knows. And I'm gonna do it over here because I hate how that reloads, and it's no big deal, it's just what it does. So let's reload this. I don't know about my home page. So we're gonna upload my avatar and we're gonna click a button and nothing will happen. Hey, it looks good though. Jeez. I don't want people changing their username, so that's good. And let's see. Oh, build error. Okay, let's just give that a go. Oh, and by the way, like when I click on that and nothing happens, I can assume it didn't build anything, but we can always open up our console here, more tools, until these things get better. Oh, let me close it. Sorry. So it would be this one, more tools, developer tools. Until AI gets better or these apps get better, we sometimes have to help it more. So nothing's happening here, no errors or anything. So I'm pretty sure it just wasn't built. So let's see. I want to, obviously I don't have any proposals. Maybe I did it first. Submitted through, yeah, that's my first stuff. So on browse jobs, we want to add search, and let's see. We got 5 minutes, so let's just see if we can get there. I would like to get the avatars working. I should just focus on that. Yeah, let's do that. Upload. Okay, that's okay though. It's doing great so far. Maybe we'll get to search. 25. The t-shirts are not as good. They're too thick. All right, let's see how that went. I've updated the avatar. Wow. View the bucket. This stuff's crazy good. Refactor. So I'm going to click this in a moment. Let's just see how this goes. So I'm going to reload, which sometimes I get an error. No big deal. People don't reload their browser often. But still nothing. Let's see what it says. Change the icon. Change the icon. That's a bummer. Still nothing. I was thinking, remember, you can support the channel by buying silly things. These t-shirts are a bit too thick on the image, so I'm going to change those, but the cups are nice. And of course, there is a training program coming up. And when I say it that way, basically, I'm going to make a forum because the training videos were getting too old too quick. And I want to be more dynamic in my ability to help people and to have ongoing knowledge. So instead of Discord, we're using Discourse. So it will be more of a forum experience than a chat where everything disappears. So that will be opening soon. I'm just trying to self-host it. But you can always book a one-on-one as well. And this way you can go from your idea, which you got really far with Lovable, to deployed. And that's what I'm going to really can help you do as you, the product owner, or as you, the developer or builder who's learning how to use these tools. So this will be coming soon. It says the 14th. If everything goes well, it will be ready. Otherwise, yeah, just keep this in mind here as training. All right, let's see how far that got. All right, let's see. Yeah. We're going to do webhooks too before long. Not webhook, WebSockets. Nothing. Man, this is so easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have it refactor because it's just not working. And we're about out of time. It would be silly to lose this on an avatar. Let's try one more if we make it, and then the next time we'll get into making sure they can see things, making sure the profile. This one, I want this because it's so hard to show this. This is why it's having trouble, but it shouldn't. This is a proposal, job proposal in the database. And so the relationship there is job. Where are you? Oh, sorry. So I'm in the wrong schema. I want to go to public. Here's the storage one we were looking at earlier. But I want to go to job proposals. In here, we can see the user email. It started putting the user email there, but I don't want to. That's interesting. I hopefully that's event-driven and not. Hopefully it happens when the record is saved. Now we could find that out by going into our database and functions. Yeah, I don't know. It says begin insert into public profile, values, new ID, username. Yeah, that might be it. I'm not sure on that one. No, because that would be the profile. So maybe the code's doing it, but whatever. I just don't know. We'll come back to that. And it's in the notes. But I don't want this to be something someone has to enter or forget. You can sort back here as well. Let's sort by created at descending and apply that. Yeah, so you see that they're doing it well here. And it doesn't show it in the UI. So yeah, we got a few. We're close though. We're close. That's an easy one to say. All right. More refactoring. All right, let's focus on this. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the basics are hard. All right, it says it fixed it. It's never been wrong, so this is going to work. So I'm going to go reload. And our 30 minutes will be up after this. Nothing. Oh, we got something. Wow, okay. We're rolling now. Templates. Me. Done. Boom. Now, did it save it? Yes, it did. And then, just so you can kind of see how good this is, we got our storage and we got our avatars. Now, avatars, oh, it's okay if avatars are public, but you want to be careful. It's really okay. I probably should have been more cautious there, but you go here to look and verify that things are okay. I had another project the other day where it made it public and we just had to make it unpublic. And this is where Lovable, you still need to drive it, but it's such a good product. But you still need to know how things work because you really don't want to mess that one up. We have a history of people leaving S3 buckets public, but you got to remember part of that was because AWS has a horrible user interface. Like this is the thing, like Superbase has brought to the normal people an interface that is not horrible. I can't emphasize enough how good of a tool this is. Okay, so other than being blinded, we're looking good. We're at the time. We want to do some more things, but I want to make a note of this guy just so we don't forget next time we're here that we do have the user email in a job proposal. In the job proposal. Okay, so we want to do the profile has email in a job proposal. The profile one was just me getting frustrated that it had so much trouble getting the particular email from the user. It really shouldn't though, because we have this relationship to the user here. So I'm not sure what to do. Normal stuff, I would just make the query, but I'm just trying to see what Lovable can do. And we got to get that subscription to make sure it's 100% bulletproof. And then we got to get search going. So we'll do that. I'm going to move this down because I just want to get live with this. And so we got to get this deployed in a reasonable way I can replicate. This will be the most technical one, but if we do this right, it should just be one and done and it just keeps working. And then we can go down this list. But all right, 30 minutes of vibe coding and we got a few nice things done. We're looking good. We're getting closer. I said 2 sessions last time. Maybe the next session will be enough. Some of these sessions are pretty short, so obviously I would spend hours at this, but I got work. But I do want to come back to this off and online and just keep it rolling because we're close. Hopefully next week. No reason why this can't go live next week. So keep up to date, get signed up here, join the mailing list and you'll get notified when it's released. There's 100 people already, so thank you. And then we'll just keep going at it. Like I said, if you've made it this far, you know, it's going to go down in cost. So this is what I'm trying to do is make it a product I can support, but at the same time, everybody can enjoy and get the most out of it. Because it's all about an uncertain future of lots of potential work, but how to automate it and get it. And this is going to be a system that allows us to basically do that. All right, thank you.